What we've got here is a second generation CRX. So these were produced from 1987, and if you're looking for a CRX in Britain, this is the model that you're probably going to be looking at. There was a first generation, yes, but most of those have long gone. And even these are really thin on the ground now. The holy grail is the VTEC model. More common is this, the 1.6i 16. It revs like crazy, like all Honda engines of this period, and it makes this a superb alternative to something like an 80s hot hatch. I remember back in the day, I had a 205 GTI. A 1.9, that's a quick car. But then one of my colleagues came to work in one of these. Of course, he'd bought the VTEC, hadn't he? And it absolutely murdered the Peugeot. And do you know what? In the car park, it looked so much more exotic. But of course, the European hatches, they were the bigger sellers, sadly, which is why these are so rare today. The heart of the whole thing really is the fizzy little Honda engine. It revs to well over 7,000. You try doing that with an 80s Golf and see what happens. You're talking about 130 horsepower, and it's a free revving little unit, and it gives the car a brilliant character. The original downpipe was really rusty. It had been repaired several times, been welded badly. So the easiest solution with a car of this age was to just buy an aftermarket part, and there's so much you can buy for Japanese cars of this vintage. We got a stainless manifold and downpipe, bolted it up, and problem was solved. Small issue with this plastic intake trunking that runs across the top here, because the aftermarket part has no heat shield, so every so often you can smell a bit of plastic, sort of burning smell. Haven't actually seen any flames yet. I think it'll be all right.
I do like this car, and I'll surprise myself liking it. I normally like a larger car, and I've never really been into Japanese cars. This is the second Honda I've had from work, an old Honda as well. It's not squeaked or rattled or had anything wrong with it. I know it's only done 75,000 miles, this one, but it's 30 years old. It feels like it's brand new in many respects. It's a buzzy little thing though, I have to say. You can pull away in fifth gear, it's solo geared, and it will rev to over 7,000, but it's got more raw appeal than something like an MX-5 in many ways. It's very direct, you feel like you're sat on the floor, and it's pretty quick. It's 130 horsepower and it doesn't weigh much. Compared to a GTI, whether it's a Golf, a Peugeot, or any other GTI you care to mention, it's got so much more of an immediate appeal, and you really do feel like you're in something a bit special. The trade-off, of course, is that it's noisy, cramped. It does have a back seat, but to be honest, it's more of a shelf. But it's great fun. You get a feel for how noisy it is if you take it up through the gears like that. Imagine what the VTEC version is like. And that's not even hitting the red line. I don't think we've got enough road. And you compare this car to what was available back in the day, you're talking about Golf and Peugeot GTI, which after all are just dressed up hatchbacks. And then latterly you're talking about cars like the MX-5. But somehow this feels more special than the MX-5. Most cars like this are great fun when you're thrashing them about. Not so much fun on a rainy, windy morning. Of course, the advantage of this over something like an MX-5 is that you've got a hard roof. It is an all-year-round car, even if it is noisy and cramped. And I think it's more fun to drive. I've often been a bit disappointed by MX-5s. I said it's got some advantages over the MX-5. One of them isn't refinement, really. It is noisy. We're doing 70 now. The thing's doing over 4,000 revs in fifth gear. It's fine for a bit of a blast on a Sunday afternoon, but on the motorway it really can get on your nerves. The trade-off, of course, is that it's got quite a lot of punch at high speed, so if you want to pass someone on the motorway, it's ready to go. And you get tired of it being ready to go after 2 hours. And there's nothing else wrong with it. Apart from the radio, it only gets 5 live. So what are these cars like to own, do you think? Well, they're not that bad. They're sold in huge numbers in the States, which means that the aftermarket can cater for pretty much everything you need as far as the running gear is concerned. British market cars, yeah, they do like to rock. So unless you buy a mint one, and this one is about as mint as they come, you are probably going to have to do some bodywork repairs. But it's worth doing because they're so rare, and you won't find anything else quite like it.